All right, welcome back to the City of the Champions podcast. It is a little different vibe right now. I mean, we're not together live, but we wanted to get this going. Sports is back. We are back, so we wanted to get the ball rolling. Obviously, the Pats have been going on for 4 weeks tomorrow, so we want to get the ball rolling. Obviously, our Bruins and Celtics couldn't get the job done. Neither could the Red Sox, but who's counting them? But all right, Talar, welcome back. I mean, lots been going on. I mean, 2020 is basically a bust just because of this whole COVID. I do pray for the people that are dealing with that. Also, other stuff going on that this is not a politics podcast, so we're not going to get into it. But I pray for everyone to be happy, be safe, and be well. I mean, so anyways, let's get right into the sports. Obviously, we got some new players. We got a new quarterback for the New England Patriots. Let's get right into Cam Newton. We're 3 weeks in, and one. I'm loving it, Talar. I'm loving it, and you can steer me. You can say, "I told you so," because you know me with my players. They got to prove. Typical Bostonian New England fan. What do you think? I love the running game. What are your thoughts?
Well, Danny, it's good to be back. Good to see you. Good to do this show again.
Absolutely.
I love Cam, and I think I said it before they signed him that the Patriots, maybe not to you, but in general, the Patriots should look at Cam Newton. He's the best on the market to replace, and the Patriots are not in a position to rebuild. Bill Belichick is not a rebuild guy. You're not going to get that with him there. So he's your best ready-made quarterback. He's healthy, and I love him. I loved him week one. As soon as he took his first snap, I was like, this is going to be awesome. And to have a quarterback after 20 years, listen, love Tom forever, right? You can't touch Tom.
Tom till I die. Tom Brady fan till I die. I still watch the Buccaneers games.
I will not do that. I won't do that because I'm just you're not on my team anymore. You're not.
I cannot not watch Tom Brady. Don't hate me, but I'm still waiting for my Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
A lot of people are like that. And listen, I don't mind watching them. I just won't go out of my way to watch them.
Oh no,
I don't mind watching them.
I'm more saying when he's on, and I'm sitting around the house, I'll definitely put him on. But I'm not, like you said, I'm not going out of my way. If I have plans, I'll go. Who
cares? But yeah, no, I mean the Patriots are one play away from being undefeated.
So,
really,
my only issue is, a lot of these defensemen have dropped out just because of this whole COVID situation, and obviously they're concerned about their family, like Dante Hightower, who's a big loss. I mean, I'm a little nervous. I mean, obviously we got a tough schedule coming up, and I mean the Dolphins were an easy peasy, but that Raiders game was not easy. I mean, the first half was scoreless game and back and forth. I was a little nervous there. It's a little different, but I'm a little concerned about the defense. I mean, it's not great, but I feel like we can work with it.
It's workable, definitely. It's not a defense that's abysmal. I mean, we're not the Jets.
No.
No.
The Jets. Jesus Christ.
My Lord, what a dumpster fire. Oh, to be a Jets fan, oh my Lord. But it is a solid defense. You still have Gilmore, you have the McCourty twins, right? So your
Right.
area is all set. Your linemen, you lost Collins, Van Noy. There's no high tower down the middle, but you have good pieces. You have your rookies who are coming in who are doing a solid job. Cam has protection on the left side from a different player now than Marshall Newhouse, who could not protect Tom Brady, the left side or right side, for the life of him.
Right. And also, another plus thing is Cam can run if he
Yeah.
has. It seems like to me, watching Cam, it's whereas not to I can't I don't want to shit on my boy Tom, but like he 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 looks for that open spot,
Mm-hmm.
but if he does not find anyone, whereas Tom would like spike the ball, I every time he runs, and
Mm-hmm.
I just think that's great. That's a great thing about this quarterback we have, and um, I do get concerned because he's still young, but he's not a rookie anymore. So I do
He's
get
a
a
little
little I
injury
do
prone.
yeah
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah, he's
I
a
do
little
get a
injury
little
prone.
nervous. Every 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 quarterback that I watch that has an uh, injury history,
History.
I get a little nervous. So,
Of course, that's normal. It's
but
normal.
I like it, and like I said, you proved me wrong, and
You gotta
um,
listen to me more. Everyone does.
I apologized for my boy Cam Burns, who was totally on board. I said to him, I was like, because right away he bought a Cam Newton jersey. I was like, he's got to prove it to me, and you know what?
Proved it pretty quick.
Sorry, Cam. Love you, buddy. but
I think that's normal. I mean, there are multiple times. I mean, think about it, right? There are multiple times we've watched Cam drop back in the pocket to make a throw, and he has no receivers. And whereas the receiving core isn't very good. Like it's okay, but it could be a lot better. And instead of like Tom would take a sack or spike in that situation.
right,
Cam runs and he'll net you 2-3 yards at least,
right, and
or he'll keep you at the line of scrimmage.
or even a touchdown. He's got a couple of touchdowns for us too.
It's
It's
less pressure on Jules. It's less pressure on Harry and all these receiving guys to get open and stuff. Like Tom's not going to yell at them, like Cam's not going to yell at them. Like there's no one yelling at you. It's not your
right,
fault you can't get open. Like you're doing your
right.
best, but sometimes the secondary is just that good.
Yeah, I don't see that out of him. And what I also what do you think of that new receiver that Cam has, Bird?
Oh, he played with him in Carolina, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, so right now he's mainly a punt returner from what I've seen.
yeah, but he's been out.
Mainly, but
He's been out there for a few
yeah,
downs.
I think that he's probably the one he has obviously because he's played with him, so he has more chemistry. But I mean, I like it. I haven't seen enough out of him to really go one way or another.
No, I like what I see. I do
Yeah.
like what I see so far, and I think Edelman and Cam, I mean, have a good chemistry. I
Oh
mean,
yes, they do. I think Jules had most yards like 2 weeks ago or a week ago that he's ever
yeah,
had. Like
he's
that's crazy.
yeah. I mean, I felt bad for him in the beginning, but I think this will work out for him and he'll be fine. Um, yeah. Uh, we I mean, there's nothing really bad to say about these guys. I
They're
mean,
likable.
they are likable,
Very
and
likable.
you see it everywhere. You see it on Good Morning Football. You see it everywhere, and I I I don't know about you, but I can definitely see this team being a playoff contender.
Oh yes,
Um,
absolutely.
they stay on the right track. My concern is, um, well, my concern is coming. I don't want to worry about it now, but I would like to see Cam. I mean, I know he's got like not a great contract, but I would like to see, maybe Kraft maybe take out the wallet and like maybe give him a little more money so he can stay for another couple of seasons or something. Like you
Yeah,
said, it's not a rebuilding year, and I don't want.
they're not going to rebuild.
It's too soon for a rebuilding. I don't think any Pats fan want to see a rebuilding year.
It's not going to happen under Belichick. It's just not.
It
It'll
can't.
happen if McDaniels becomes head coach. Then it'll happen. But it's not
Right.
going to happen under Bill, and Kraft knows that, and Bill's the GM, so he's in charge. But with Cam, he has come out and stated that money is not an object. He goes, "I've made my money." That's what he said. He's like, "I'm not worried about money." He really loves.
You shouldn't, but there does come a point like Brady's situation. There does come a point where like, hey, I've been with you. I mean, Tom's been with us for like 20 years, but there does come a point where you gotta money does become an issue sometimes.
Of course, but I don't think Cam is going to sit there and demand $30 million a year.
No, he's
be a lot cheaper to hang on to him, and for him it was coming from Carolina, which was you had one good season, and that season the schedule was really weak for them when they went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
They had just an easy ride through and got exposed by a very good all-time Denver defense. I mean, that defense was amazing. But, other than that, he's been in losing situations. So now he's in a situation where he has football, it's serious. He's redeeming himself, and he's been counted out, and he's winning.
He's winning. He's likable. Yeah, I'm all in for it, Cam. Before we move on towards the NFL, I mean, we have a tough game coming up this weekend. We got the reigning champs, Kansas City. I love Mahomes, but I'm rooting for the Patriots, and I hope they put up a fight. I know it's going to be a tough matchup, and it'll be a good game to watch. For a 4:25 game, I believe.
It is. Thank God it's not Sunday night because watch the whole thing.
Yeah, and it's an Arrowhead, so it definitely. I mean, I think there's like 25% capacity there.
Oh yeah, they have some people there.
Yeah, so I mean, it'll still be loud, and I'm sure the sound guy will just boost up the.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I love Mahomes. I was so happy when he found out he's having a child.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's having a baby, and he's engaged. Congrats.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Good for him. High school sweetheart too, right?
Yeah. They were together for years.
Yeah.
I will say so. The Seattle game in my book was kind of the first test.
So I was not disappointed about that game. I came out. All right. For a moment, I was upset that they couldn't make it in the end zone, but that I kept my chin up and I was like, all right, this team has got something.
Yeah.
So I kept my chin up and I was like, you know what? We have a tough schedule. We can get into playoff contending.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I don't care about undefeated season. I just want to get into a playoff spot, whether it's an actual spot or a wild card.
Mm.
I still want to see the Pats fly and just show these other NFL fans that we're still contenders without TB12.
Of course, and it's I don't know one person that was genuinely mad after that Seattle game because they played awesome and
they did.
The Kansas City game tomorrow is a real big
it's a real test. Yeah, it's
if they can keep it close or if they can somehow win that game. To me, that's like, wow, okay, we really could, because they're only going to get better, right? The Patriots, it's only week 3,
Absolutely.
And they're already pretty good. So, to me, if they can keep it close or they can win that game somehow, wow, the hype train is real at that point,
Right? He'll be seeing some posts and stuff on Twitter and all that.
Oh yeah.
Come Monday morning or Sunday night, but. Yeah, I can't wait for. I mean, like you said, it's only week 4, and still early, second month into the season. It's October 3rd, beautiful out. Man, I love the fall season.
So
Beautiful.
good. So nice.
Um, quick subject on the Buccaneers. I've been hearing around that this team's a little overhyped. Um,
Mm.
obviously, they've been winning games. Um, I I honestly I don't think they're overhyped. I think they got a pretty good team, even though they got a new quarterback. I and a tight end. I don't see much of Gronk. I don't, and I honestly think this him coming back was a stupid idea. I don't even know if he gained all that tight end weight back. He lost all that.
No.
He did not. Okay. I don't think this team's overhyped. I do think they're a contending team, and I do think they can be in the playoffs. If I mean, it's still early to tell, but
Hmm.
um, no, I don't. I don't think they're overhyped. I've been hearing about it for weeks. I mean, they've been doing pretty well. What I know you said you don't watch it, but like I'm sure you've seen highlights.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I see highlights. I keep up with it.
Yeah,
Usually when they're on, I'm like in the middle of doing something else or what have you.
exactly. It's
Yeah,
background shit.
exactly. So I'll say the same thing about the Bucks as I did about the Patriots, where it's week. We're going into week 4. We're still in the
Still,
early,
yes,
early stages of the
still
season.
early.
I, from what I have seen from Gronkowski, who is not out there that much,
No, he's
he is
not. I
he is a shell of what he was. Just like when he was here his last season, he's not what he used to be, even with the year off.
Yeah, I mean, he should have just retired. I mean,
It's just he's not who he was. The Bucks are going to get better, obviously, but it's very reasonable to say that maybe they're not who we thought they were. Interestingly enough, to say it that way, um, but it's possible that they could just be an average team.
I can I see an average team and I see a playoff contender team. I don't see them going to the Super Bowl or anything, but um
Do they play the Chiefs this season? Do you know?
um I do not know. I can look for you. Let me pull that right up. But I don't know. I don't know why after week 1 I've been seeing tweets, I've been seeing stories. Is Tampa Bay a overhyped team? It's
Uh, it's those things always pop up after week 1. I mean, it's with any
yeah.
sport. Any sport will do that. It's just to get clicks and generate like discussion.
It's a
He looked
topic.
awful week 1. He looked
He
terrible week 1.
he did.
You
All
know.
right. I got the schedule right here.
Hmm.
They play the Chiefs November 29th.
Okay. Is
So
that a night game or do you have a time?
it's 4:25.
Okay, so good. So it's a watchable game.
It is a watchable game. Where is it?
I think it's in Tampa.
I think it's in Tampa. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's in Tampa. That's going to be a good measuring stick for them as a
Yeah,
team.
they'll be
To play a reigning Super Bowl champ and Kansas City still being very good. It's a test for everybody when you play them, where you stand.
Yeah. I mean, did you I know it was a Sunday night game, but did you catch any of the um Ravens Chiefs game?
Very minimal, but I did hear that it was just a bloodbath by
It was a
Kansas
bloodbath.
City.
It was a bloodbath. And speaking of Kansas City, so Mahomes over the offseason got, a contract extension. Let me find it.
It's about 10 years,
10
300
year
million. I think.
10
No,
year
500 million.
10 year contracts. And then 450 mil for an extension. So
There
I
you
got
go.
I got a 10 million signing bonus, average 45 mil. Guaranteed signing 63 mil, and he won't be a free agent till 2031. Jesus Christ, I don't want to think
Wow.
about that right now.
Way
But
too far in the future.
right, but Dude, this kid's a star, and I see him going places. This kid's gonna
Yeah.
be.
He's a stud.
I like everything about this guy, and I'm so happy he got this. It'll be a good run for Kansas City, and I know Kansas City will be a threat for quite some time.
Yeah, it's also going to come down to they signed a lot of big contracts this offseason, so it's going to come down to in the future, are they going to be able to afford um, pieces around Mahomes? Because that's why the Patriots are so good, right? Because Brady took pay cuts. That's why the San Antonio Spurs were so good for so long, because Tim Duncan took pay cuts.
Right. I
If
mean,
you take pay cuts and you have money to splurge on other guys and create a more well-rounded roster and develop your players, then yeah, you're going to be really good. But that remains to be seen.
that true. I'm speaking too soon. Like you said, you got to have leverage of working around whether you're picking up somebody as a free agent around the NFL or a new kid out of the draft. I mean, obviously this is good for him. I mean, right now he's fine. Right now, these guys are a threat. Come 3-4 years, hopefully he's still being that successful and not struggling. I know these star quarterbacks. It's good in the beginning, but sometimes. I mean, like you saw it with Matt Ryan. You saw it with obviously Cam Newton had that hype for a little bit. I mean, bouncing back, but it's tough. It's tough. It's tough being an owner. It's tough being a manager. It's tough being a GM.
Yeah, but you know what? Good on Mahomes, because the league is going to be losing money while this pandemic is happening.
Right.
So for him to go out and be like, let's lock up this contract now, that's the smartest thing he could have done. You're earning $45 million a year for the foreseeable future.
He doesn't even need it either. Like,
who needs $45 million every year for 10
He doesn't
years?
need. I'm sure he gets enough from the State Farm commercials.
Oh yeah, he's got endorsements.
He's got endorsements.
The kid is gonna be worth $1 billion easily by the time he's done.
That little baby's gonna be a spoiled little brat.
And he's living in Kansas City, which is a place that is not expensive to live. It's cheap out there. So he's living in a cheap place. He's probably you can buy houses everywhere. You can go buy your house in LA, go buy your house in Europe, you can go live your best life. Like I can't wrap my head around how much money. It is insane.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
I mean, it's the NBA's not even up to a contract that expensive yet, but I mean, it'll get there. But that is a lot. That's a lot of money for. I don't want to sound like an anti-sports person, but for throwing around a football, that's a shit of money.
I agree with you. It's a shitload of money. Why don't the like grunt workers get money like that? I mean, we're the ones breaking our backs and shit.
I think that's crazy. Like I love what they bring to the game. I understand it's revenue based, and the league makes billions upon billions of dollars. Although not every company operates like that, where even if you make billions, your employees aren't going to be making $45 million a year. And good for Patrick Mahomes. He's 24 years old.
He's only 20. He's only 24. He's
24.
He's already got a Super Bowl ring.
I mean, Brady did too at this age, right?
Yeah, he did. MVP too. Right? He was MVP.
Super Bowl ring. Gonna get married. Gonna have a baby. Has a contract almost $500,000, $500 million.
What's that Kanye song? I look up to the sky. That's it.
Man.
That's what's raining on him right now. That's his song. That's his song, right? You know what the song I'm talking about? I went to the sky. Now I made it. I made it.
I think so.
It's like it's like 2006, 2007.
Oh man. Throwbacks are where it's at though. So.
Throwback, yeah. Dude, I gotta bring the throwbacks in here,
Oh, it's the best. But seriously, good on Patty Mahomes. We'll see where the Patriots measure up. It's gonna be. We'll see if the NFL continues. The Tennessee Titans have had a terrible outbreak of COVID.
Yeah,
Terrible.
they're not playing till next week.
Yeah.
And
So
before we move on to
yes.
NBA, I quickly want to talk about, dude, Aaron Rodgers coming out of nowhere, just lighting it up this past 3 weeks.
New coach, right? Who's
New,
their coach now?
I think he's a new coach, but I think it's his second year.
Oh
And
yes, that's right. That's right.
so
And he's healthy.
he's healthy. So I love Aaron Rodgers. I have an Aaron Rodgers jersey in my closet. I should have wore it. But like we seen him hyped up in like 2010, 2011, and then 2015. Like he just slowly fell off the cliff, and now he's bounced. I think Green Bay is gonna be like a
Dark horse.
That's what my boss, a dark horse team that can go far, and I hope they do. I would like to see Aaron Rodgers bounce back. I like him. I like his style.
I love the Packers.
Yeah.
I've always wanted, when Brady was here, I always wanted Packers Patriots Super Bowl. I think everyone did.
Me and my friends would just take, so one of my buddies in college, who was like my sweet mate, loves the Packers, went to Lambeau Field one year, and whoever was up, would just get a quarterback and just take Aaron Rodgers out of spite just to piss him off. He was just like, who took Aaron Rodgers? I was like, but I'm excited. I hope Green Bay, wild card playoff contenders. If Green Bay goes all the way, I'm rooting for them. I love that they're bouncing back. I mean, so far they've played Minnesota, Detroit, New Orleans, all victories. I think they're 3-0.
They are. I don't think they've
Yeah,
lost.
Minnesota 43-34, Lions 21-42, New Orleans 37-30.
The New Orleans one was really their hardest game.
It was, and
They did
I'm
well.
sure.
They passed the test.
I hope they make a bounce back. That would be great. I always enjoyed watching Green Bay, and I like Green Bay.
Yeah, definitely.
I just wanted to quickly talk about that. I thought they were, like I said, you said a dark horse. So
Sure.
cannot wait. All right. Well, obviously, we got more football down the road, and we'll be back to it. But let's recap the Boston Celtics playoff and rest of the season. Talar, I am sorry. My condolence. They put up a fight. Fuck you, Jimmy Butler. Excuse my language. But obviously, the Boston Celtics made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Obviously, they didn't get the job done. Overall, I thought it was, even though this bump in the road that we had to delay sports, I thought it was an overall good season. You have the floor. The Celtics are your forte.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, where do I begin? So, good season by the Celtics. I mean, overall, I'm very happy. It is disappointing the way they went out, but they ran out of gas, and I think it's easy to see that. They had no bench. They played that Toronto series. Danny Ainge even said it. That Toronto series after Game 3 just killed them. They had injuries. They were playing hurt, and no one, I don't think anyone's really talking about that. And they're tired. Like,
they looked exhausted.
Guys are tired.
They did look exhausted.
Yeah, and it would have been different if Toronto Game 3 ended in a win, and they maybe swept them or went to 5 instead of 7, and didn't play overtimes, and they're young, but they're people just like anyone else, so it's gonna aggravate them. I think Kemba's knee became a problem, and it did. Kemba's knee acted up again, so that's something you have to actually really look at next season. Jason Tatum was playing with a hurt right leg No one, I don't think anyone really talked about that. Gordon Hayward was not 100% when he came back. Jaylen Brown is tired. Marcus Smart is tired. They're exhausted, which is why they were blowing leads.
And also, you're in a bubble. I don't want to make this bubble thing an excuse, but like I feel like it takes a lot out of you when you're like in like a stationed area. I don't want to. That could be that could be a part of it, but
Oh no, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I mean, the players have come out and said as much that like the bubble and the anchors and announcers, everyone has said it, the bubble impacts everybody differently.
Exactly.
And mentally, it's a huge hurdle where you'll have some family members there, but it's not the same. It's going home at the end of the night to your family
And sleeping on your own comfortable bed and in your own environment. I feel like a station area can affect your body. I mean,
it's absolutely you
and mentally too. Yeah.
It's a big mental hurdle, and we saw it with the Raptors. We Pascal Siakam was different in the bubble than he was pre-bubble. The guys are just different in the bubble, and it's a big mental thing. It's a very big mental thing.
Right. Yeah. So obviously, we got Brad Stevens, getting a contract extension, and what do you see out of him coming into whenever we come back? I mean, I hope it's sooner than later. What are your intentions for him this season? I've heard so much between reading articles, listening. I don't know why, but I'm too lazy to change the station. I don't know why I have Sports Hub just sitting on my radio.
Worst.
I just listen to the call-ins. I'm like 2 minutes from work. I'm like, why the fuck should I just change? I'll just whatever. But I'm just hearing all these rumors. Like, I think Brad Stevens. We need to change and this and that, or we need. Should we keep like all over the place, What are your thoughts just on Brad Stevens in general coming into 2021 season?
Oh boy, where do I begin? I love Brad Stevens. Okay,
I know you do.
I know you do.
I should have just not even said all that crap. But
this is my man. This is my ride or die with Brad Stevens. That's it. He's my guy.
It's not. You can't blame the coach. I think he's doing a wonderful job. I think he's doing a great job.
He's not going anywhere. So I need everybody to just slow their roll.
I didn't think so either. I don't know what. Trust me. I ask myself every day, why do I listen to this? Why do I listen to everyone?
Awful. There's only a handful of coaches that are actually very, very good, and you want them as your coach. And Brad Stevens is one of them. And Brad Stevens is young. And what everyone needs to understand is Brad Stevens tried his best. And yes, as a coach, he had some faults. He didn't call timeouts when he needed to call them. He had some weird lineups, but he had weird lineups because the Celtics have no bench. And no Hayward. So what is he really supposed to do? Semi Ojeleye out there for 20 minutes a game? Absolutely not. That kid is not going to come back here next year because he's proven to be kind of useless. I'm sorry, but he can't hit a shot. He can't do anything. He looks like he's too slow for the game. It doesn't work. Brad runs a great system.
I think he runs a great program. I don't see anything wrong with him. Obviously, his players are hurt. You're like we just discussed. We're in a bubble, which is completely different. And I feel like short notice for preparation too. I mean, you got like what 2 weeks of exhibition games and then roll into the playoffs. I mean, it's totally different between the NBA and the NHL. It's totally different formula. So
yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Stevens has work to do as a coach, but I am not going to put this on him. No, absolutely not. He did his best with what he was given. I wouldn't want anybody in his place. He's phenomenal. He's super smart. And the fact that people are like, oh, well, the players don't like him, but that is a bunch of nonsense. They were tired.
They were. I saw it.
They're exhausted. And if you saw it, I saw it, but people didn't. They're not robots. They're human beings. You know, as much as we think they might be.
I just feel like these fans are so like tunnel vision that the NBA is rigged for some.
A little bit.
I don't know if
it is. Every sport is.
And oh my god, Game 6. One of my buddies was standing up because he couldn't sit still, like watching the game. Dude, he was calling every foul that the ref wasn't calling.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Matt, you gotta relax. Are you gonna relax? No, I can't. And it's like it's I'm still learning, but I honestly saw a lot of fouls calling on the Celtics rather than Miami. I felt like the officials were favoring Miami over Boston.
That is correct.
All right, I'm right about that. I am right about that. Hell yes, I am right about that.
Proud of you. From my eye test, anyway. Listen, every sports league is gonna say, no, we're not making it just whoever's best wins. But as I sit here with you, is it not better for the NFL, just to switch leagues for a second, to have, when Brady was at the Patriots, to have the Patriots in the Super Bowl every year against someone else than to not have them in it all? Isn't the storyline more interesting when Tom Brady and the Patriots were involved?
Oh, absolutely.
Right? So there were Super Bowls. There was that one Super Bowl we weren't in. I forget which one it is. There were a few we were in, but one of them we weren't in, and it drew like horrendous ratings. No one watches it.
Denver and Seattle.
Yeah.
Baltimore and was it 49ers?
San Francisco.
49ers.
2012.
And last year was
Kansas City.
I feel like Kansas City was a good hype though.
Yeah, that was a pretty good Super Bowl.
But here's the thing, like you got Tom Brady. Tom Brady has a good resume, and you know it's easy to hate and talk shit about him. So like it was basically a hype up to like everyone else trying to watch him fail.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna get him this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just felt like I felt like that's the reason for the whole hype. No, I agree with you. Denver and Seattle was a little bit of bust. That Baltimore and 49ers game. The only interesting thing about that was Jim Harbaugh was the coach then, and John Harbaugh were playing against each other. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was a good storyline.
But other than that, it was pretty boring. But
the power went out at one point. That was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and was it New Orleans or?
Yeah, it was in New Orleans.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, my memory's good. My memory's good today. But yeah, I just thought through that series the officials favored the Miami, and like I was just when I was watching with friends, it's like look at the officials kissing Jimmy Butler's ass, and I was just laughing. I'm just laughing because I know very little about like calling fouls and all that shit, but it was just funny. Obviously, we got some work to do in the off season. Whether we come back, my opinion, I don't know. I didn't read anything, but my opinion is they're not coming back till earliest is January.
So Adam Silver had said the same. January. They're gonna miss the Christmas slate of Christmas games that they would usually do. They would like Christmas, but I think that they think it's a little too early.
Yeah, because I honestly think the NBA and the NHL are gonna start at the same time.
They
the
probably.
exact same time.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have a little bit of a delay again,
Yeah.
like the pandemic, but
2-3
I mean,
months.
it is what it is. I mean, hopefully we'll bounce back soon to, going back to October, mid-October and early October between the
Mhm.
NHL and the NBA. Other than that, thoughts on Tatum? Thoughts on? I know you mentioned they were hurt, they were tired, but I feel like Tatum needs to step his game up a little bit next season. I don't think he's playing bad. As a leader, I think as a leader he needs to step up. What are your thoughts? Am I wrong? Am I right?
No, you're correct, but I mean, we saw that this year, right? Like from the beginning of the year to the end of the
Yeah,
year,
I
Tatum
feel.
grew into.
I'm
This
sorry,
superstar.
my beginning of the year is such a
Oh,
wash. It's such a wash to me because I don't remember anything from
oh yeah, no, it's fine.
2019. It's hard, but
Tatum grew into his stardom. So next year he'll have, now that he's grown into it, he'll be able to go up to that next level with it. He's only 22.
I
So
know,
I think everyone's forgetting.
I even forget that he's a young kid. He's only like he joined the NBA when he's what? He couldn't.
17.
He joined the NBA when he couldn't drink.
Yeah.
So
a lot
like,
of these kids.
so I mean, I'm 29 and I'm still immature.
So 22, Jaylen Brown is 23. LeBron didn't win his first ring until he was like 26. Your prime doesn't start until you're like 26, 27 at least. And it'll stretch out 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So everyone needs to pump the brakes a bit. If they need shooters, so if they get Gallinari and JJ Redick or something, if they can afford them, and they get a big man, they're good. They just need bench pieces. They're all like their starting five is all set. Like they just need bench pieces.
They need good backups for situations like we just had.
They need good backups. They really need shooting. Like they really need a scorer who can come off the bench and just light it up for you a bit.
I could tell by them not getting the threes in for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
They were gassed.
That's why they're sitting out on the perimeter dribbling for 20 seconds of the 24-second shot clock and chucking up threes because they're tired, and that's the easiest thing you could do.
Right. Gordon, what are your quick thoughts on Gordon Hayward? I know he's not. I feel like. I know he's off an injury from 2 years ago, and then he was hurt again this playoff run. What are your thoughts?
Listen.
Is he the same? Is he not the same? Is he?
As much as
you
annoyed me, yeah.
I know. I know. I just remember you loved that pickup when we got.
Oh, when we got him, I was like, oh my god, game changer. Everyone was, because at the time, pre-injury, he was the best you could get. And
it sucks that injury does that.
It's a shame. And so when he got injured against Philadelphia in the playoffs, the first round, I was sat there and I was like, I'm done with this kid. I can't do it. Like, how often are you gonna get injured? But you that's your emotional response, and then you think about it and you come back around to it, and you're like, all right. He's a huge part of why they were this good this year.
Yeah.
And he's going to be back next year. I mean, it's not a question of if; it's a matter of when he picks up his option because it's $30 million. If he can stay healthy, he's such a good fit with this team, or he's just such a not even a good fit. He's just such a good option for this team to have. And you saw it when he came back for the Miami series. He really put his fingerprints on that first game he was back. And he missed the birth of his son. Congratulations to the Haywards for
wow.
that.
Yeah, that's imagine like
he's playing on the ankle that's like 75-80% healed. It's a serious ankle injury. So I'm always gonna be a little frustrated. That his timing with injuries seems to be horrendous, but
that's just a fan feeling, though.
Yeah, like I hope he stays healthy, and I hope the Celtics pick up a bench, and
I do too.
They can make it far next year. I mean, you're seeing it as a result of the NBA thinking the Heat were, and obviously the NBA doesn't play the games, the players play the games, so it was up to the Celtics to win the series ultimately. But the NBA pushing the narrative of, oh, LeBron against the Miami Heat, his old team, what an interesting storyline.
Come on.
Horrendous. Instead of pushing LeBron against the Celtics and Tatum Brown against AD LeBron and Brad Stevens is Rondo's old coach and Rondo won a title and Tatum wants to be Kobe and Kobe passed away this year. The storylines write themselves. They're going to tie us now for 17 titles, which irks the crap out of every single Celtics fan.
I apologize for my comments earlier this week.
Terrible. 12, they technically will only have 12. I will die on this hill. They will only have 12 because they won a lot of those titles in Minneapolis before they went to LA. And I am a firm believer, and I'm a believer with this with the Thunder when they came from Seattle into Oklahoma City. If you are transferring cities, that title does not belong to you anymore. You are not just the Thunder organization is not the Seattle Supersonics organization anymore. That title does not belong to you. The Lakers.
Oh, it belongs to the Supersonics, yeah.
Exactly. The Minneapolis Lakers are not the Los Angeles Lakers, even though the Laker name stayed the same. You are not the same organization. Those titles do not belong to you. Brooklyn Nets, same thing. If New Jersey had won a title, that title is not yours. You're not. It's not Brooklyn's title. It's New Jersey's title.
Yep.
I'm with that with every sport. Every sport. It's not yours. It belongs to another city and to their fan base. It doesn't belong to Oklahoma's fan base. It just doesn't make any sense. I'll die on the hill, Danny. I will.
You good?
I'm good.
You good?
I needed to. It's been festering for a few days. Just to get this out.
I felt like texting you. Like, I'm sorry. I should go to confession for my sins, but I forgot. I totally forgot LeBron was a Laker, and I was I feel bad. Like, Kobe is no longer with us. Like this and that. You go. Screw LeBron. I want Miami, and I was like, but I hate Butler, and I was like, yeah, dang.
But I hate LeBron.
They gonna tie our titles if they win. And I was like, fuck. I go, this is why I have you. This is why you're the Jedi. You're the Jedi Master, and I'm the Padawan.
Yeah, we're here. I'm here to help. Here's the thing about the Lakers winning this year. They're gonna win. It's not a question of if they're winning this title. Next year, and I know the Lakers are still the best team. Obviously, with a title, you have established yourself as the best team. I might come across as ridiculous here, but you have other teams that are going to be healthy. Dallas is going to be a lot better, and you have to check what's happening in Dallas and what they're going to do with free agency. If they can put a package together to go and try to get Giannis out of Milwaukee, which that is very possible, and he's not going to be there anymore. The Bucks have to reload their entire roster. So Dallas in the West, right? Golden State is going to be back.
You think?
Oh yeah, they're healthy. They're going to be healthy again. They're going to have pieces.
Steph Curry going to be healthy?
They're going to they're fine. They're going to be healthy. They're good. Klay Thompson is back in practice. They're all back in practice. They're all playing, they're healthy. The Clippers are going to get a new coach. We're going to see how that works out, that experiment.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Doc Rivers?
Doc Rivers is in Philadelphia, and it's weird. It doesn't fit.
Yeah, I don't mean to sound stupid. I was just.
No, you're fine. I don't know. Horford's getting traded. It's just inevitable.
Yeah.
Someone's getting traded. You're not going to go into the season with this roster. Something's going to happen, and Horford is probably the odd man out. If Al had been there for the Miami series, if we had the same starting core and Al Horford, which financially you can't, but if you did, the Celtics would probably be in the finals right now because Al Horford could have done a better job on Adebayo than Tice. Admirable effort by Tice, but he can't. You don't have a big guy that can match up like that, and Rob Williams is not there yet. He has moments, but he's not there consistently. Doc in Phil, it's going to be interesting. You're going to see him a lot more. The Celtics are going to see him a lot more. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I just don't think Philly is really salvageable. I think they need to make a big move, and I don't think Simmons and Embiid fit together. I really don't.
I'm speechless.
They don't fit together. And the Clippers are now on a coaching search, and I have absolutely no idea. No one knows who they're going to go for. You have to sit down with Kawhi and Paul George and be like, what do you guys want? Who do you fit best with? And it's going to end up being like a veteran coach, probably. Maybe Kenny Atkinson, or they'll pull maybe someone out of retirement.
Would they?
Yeah.
Would they possibly? I don't know much about the NCAA. Would they possibly pull somebody from NCAA?
I wouldn't think so because they're a win now team.
Okay.
So you're probably gonna
if they were a rebuilding team, maybe.
Yes, if they were rebuilding, you could pull someone from the NCAA. But you have options that aren't NCAA. You have Kenny Atkinson, who I'm big on.
I just feel like it's rare with the NCAA that they would pull a coach from there, but.
Yes and no. It's become more recently. It's become more of that. My pick this year to get a job, they have to get it. I'll be so upset if they don't have a job, unless it makes sense for them not to take it, is Becky Hammond in San Antonio. I will die on this hill, die on all the hills. I love her, and I've loved her since she played in WNBA. She is smart. She is capable. The guys she works with respect the crap out of her. She's due for a position, and I don't know if that's in San Antonio. I don't know if she is slated to take over. Rumors are Tim Duncan could be slated to be a coach to take over for Pop. You don't know. And there are openings in Indiana that's going to be rebuilding because Oladipo wants out. There's openings in New Orleans. There's that Clipper opening, which, again, I don't think is something for a newer head coach. I think they're going to be looking at a seasoned person. You have a bunch of openings in the NBA, and Becky, why not? Why not give her Indy or New Orleans? Give her Zion and that good young core you have down there. Very capable of doing it. And I'm surprised I haven't heard her being circulated more. And I'm surprised Milwaukee actually, she was down to the final 3 to get the Milwaukee job a few years ago, and they didn't pick her. But I'm surprised that Milwaukee hasn't fired Budenholzer after this atrocious postseason and called her up and be like, let's give it a go. What do you have to lose?
Right? I mean, I'm sure she'll get something very, very soon. She'll whatever teams that are up for right now.
Off the top of my head, I've just got Indy. And New Orleans.
Okay.
Because the Sixers filled their job, the Nets filled it, and the Clippers are the only other open one that comes to my head right now. I think that might be it, actually. The Knicks filled it with Tom Thibodeau.
I'm sure something will turn up, and would it be a head coach, right?
Head coaching position, yeah.
Head coaching. Wow.
If you're rebuilding, you might as well take a flyer.
Right?
What do you have to lose?
Give her a year contract or something.
Yeah, it's like when guys pick out coaches from Belichick's system.
Yeah.
You know that they know what they're doing. Unless your last name is O'Brien, in which case I don't think knows what he's doing in Houston. Becky's the same thing. Becky played basketball in New York and then played basketball in San Antonio for the WNBA team down there.
Yeah,
she's been on top staff since 2014, so she's in that organization, and Popovich loves her. So
her resume sounds like it's right on track, and
tremendous.
I'm sure she'll get something very soon, and I pray that she does.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like my whole idea of that was just to say, like, you take someone from Popovich's staff. It's like taking someone from Belichick's staff. Steve Kerr was from Popovich's staff, and Steve Kerr is now showing what he can do in Golden State, and he's shown that multiple years.
Right.
So we'll see what happens, but
Absolutely.
I hope my girl gets something. She definitely deserves it in its due time.
Definitely, and I pray that she does get something very soon. Quick. Steve Nash, head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. Thoughts?
Yes.
Very quick.
Interesting. Excited to see how that's going to work out. I think Kyrie destroys them by the end of the year. Honest. There you go. That was your quick shot.
Wow. All right. I mean, I'm excited, but I totally forgot Kyrie's on the Brooklyn Nets. So, it's either it could be really good or it could be really bad. So, that's my quick thoughts. And I just want to say, since we're on the NBA topics, since we haven't been on for a while, I just want to say condolence to Kobe Bryant and his daughter passing away. Obviously, I pray for the Bryant family and the NBA community, and we'll get through this. We'll just remember the good times of Kobe and his success, and he was a successful guy, and I enjoyed watching Kobe when I was a kid and watching him play the Celtics in the NBA Finals, even though one year we did crush him.
What a honor to have been able to watch him play basketball. He was my favorite player. He was a Laker, which drove me nuts, but he was my favorite. He was my favorite player. He was awesome. Awesome.
Saying Laker to you is like saying the F word.
But I love him, and yes, condolences to the Bryant family. Kobe, Gigi, we love you forever, and you guys left an impact that is bigger than basketball. And
absolutely,
Kobe certainly left that impact on me, bigger than basketball. He was everything to me for a little bit when I was growing up in high school. Like I would emulate him a lot. So it's sad. Absolutely,
and I still watch highlights from time to time just because he was so good and he was tremendous talent. I was sad when he announced his retirement. I think it was around the Olympics? 2015. Was it around the Olympics or something, or like
2016?
Okay, it was around then, and I was like, come on, and I wish condolences to the family, and also I want to mention the other family members that were on the helicopter too, just because their lives are also been missed. Teammates, and fun facts. I don't know if you saw this. One of the dads was a Cape Cod baseball coach.
Yep.
Former. So, thoughts and prayers to them. I know it's been a couple of months since that happened, but we haven't been on here since. So I just want a quick mention before we get into the Boston Bruins and the NHL.
Oh boy, you take the lead, my friend. You are the Jedi Master in this situation.
What do I say about this? So obviously, NHL was in a bubble as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the United States and Canada. Get your maple syrup, and sorry, just kidding. But so yeah, Boston Bruins. They were good. They were good. They were doing very well before this whole bubble situation. Obviously, they did have some exhibition games. I don't know why I can't say that word, but and I was a little nervous. I don't think they won one of their exhibition games, and I was a little tad nervous. But we were already in a playoff spot, so we go in to play Carolina Hurricanes, which they're a contending team. They're gonna be in the playoffs for a couple seasons incoming. But it was obviously we made it to the second round, and we played Tampa Bay douchebags. No, I'm just kidding. Tampa Bay Lightnings.
I feel like we match up with them every year.
It's either Tampa or Toronto. Tampa or Toronto.
Like, it's ridiculous.
But here's the thing. Tampa's won their first Stanley Cup.
That's the thing. So you lost to a Stanley Cup champion, so it stings a little less.
So like,
They won a lot too.
thank God Stamkos was injured when we played him, but thank God Stamkos finally won a Stanley Cup.
I know.
There's
Good
one-
guy.
There's one player I love is Steven Stamkos. And I don't know, like what really, really irks me, Tuukka Rask leaving right in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So
Yeah.
he left for family reasons, and here's my thing. I have mixed thoughts. I'm like, do I feel bad for the guy because he went home for family issues? But at the same time, I'm like blatantly pissed because Halak is a backup. Halak did not play in a playoff game last year. I don't believe. I don't think he played one game in the playoffs last season.
Wow.
And then Halak has an off night. Brings in, this is the dumbest move. Brings in a rookie who hasn't even played an NHL game, I don't believe, and puts him in an NHL debut in the playoffs.
Oh my God.
I don't know if you caught this game, but they took Halak out on like the
Is this against Tampa?
yeah,
Okay.
and it was like the second game, and it was a nightmare. I literally turned the TV off. I do I feel bad for Tuukka, like, or do I hate Tuukka? Like, it's a mix. Like, and here's the thing. Tuukka has been with us for maybe years. I can't put a
10?
10 seasons. I can't put an exact number, but I don't know his contract situation. I don't know. It just irks me when we need him the most. He's not your boy. He doesn't back you up.
Oh, wait, Danny, hold on. I got breaking news.
Breaking news.
Cam Newton has COVID and he's out Sunday.
What?
Yeah. Field Yates just tweeted it and Schefter just retweeted it.
Oh my God. All right, well, you heard it here. Breaking news. NFL sources. I don't know who. From
ESPN's Field Yates and then ESPN's Adam Schefter.
Adam Schefter announced that Cam Newton has COVID. He will be out for. Is he tested positive? Is he tested positive?
He tested positive, and he's out tomorrow, which means it's Jared Stidham time in New England.
So scratch whatever we said about the Kansas City game. I'm just kidding.
It's not going to be the test that it's if they lose, they lose. Like it's not going to be like that measuring stick anymore.
All right.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Oh man, I'm pissed inside, but I can't because he has no control of that.
Chiefs practice squad quarterback has it too.
Does Mahomes have it?
No.
I don't want to wish that, but
Patriots Chiefs game is being postponed and is expected to be played Monday or Tuesday.
That still doesn't leave us to have Cam Newton.
But it'll just be either instead of Sunday, it'll be Monday.
Oh, all right.
Instead of tomorrow, it's Monday. I mean, that's just basically to clean everything out. I think it just.
Yeah, I mean,
sure everything's.
I like that the NFL is being precautious and they're like testing like what every hour or whatever every day, and you know it's like 6 people in the weight room. They're doing the best they can to like keep these players playing and keeping them safe. So I'm glad they're being safe about it. I mean, I don't want to sound like an arrogant fan and just think about me or Boston or New England. But I like what they're doing, and hopefully we Cam Newton quarantines and stay safe.
Yeah, I mean the NFL has a building crisis on their hands with between Cam Newton testing positive and all of the Titans. It's they have to figure it out now. This is what happens when you're not in a bubble.
Right?
This is what happens.
Yeah, it's a little different. So I'll get back to Tuca. What was I saying? I don't know if so I was talking about we've had him so many seasons. We've come so far. We came in game 7 against the Blackhawks in 2013, and lost in quadruple overtime. And then this past season against St. Louis, he can when he's on, he's good. When he's on his game, I have no problem.
Tuca?
Tuca. But when we need him the most, it really irks me to hate him. And I'm on the bandwagon whether we should look for a new goaltender. Like I said, I don't know his contract situation, but
no.
But I know someone's gonna be on the market very soon, and I wouldn't mind seeing him as a possible look if we can look and we have the money to. But I was on the fence whether to be pissed or felt bad for Tuca because he's thinking about his family.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, do you think about your boys? So here's me ranting on going back to listening to stupid Sports Hub that I lazy to change the channel. I don't know who it was who said it, but apparently there was rumors that Tuukka Rask was out playing golf, and one of my old stations that I used to work at, cameramen were out looking for him with a camera. I don't know if you heard that, but someone was out. He was playing golf where he should have been staying with his family because the media's gonna look for anything. And he was out playing golf, and I can't rumor. I don't know if it's true. Rumors said that WHDH had a cameraman scoping him out playing golf, causing drama.
So Tuca, boy, man, that's crazy. Tuca has been with the Bruins since 2007.
So over 10 years.
So we're 13 years. He has 1 year left on his deal. He expires at the end of the 2021 season, and then I think he's been hinting at retirement. He's 33 years old right now.
I mean, it's just. How many times do we have to watch how many times he took time off? This is not his first time taking time off.
Wow.
He took time off a couple of seasons ago, and we mentioned it on the neutral zone. He needed to reboot himself. It felt like the situation where. Do you remember watching Last Dance and what's his name? The crazy basketball player
Rodman?
Yeah, Dennis Rodman took 24 hours to go to Vegas.
Oh yeah, 24 hours in Vegas.
Yeah, it took 24 hours. That's what the situation felt like to me. Comparison. So, yeah, fucking Dennis Rodman is a character. But it just you're either a Bruin and you stick with the team, or I mean.
Yeah.
Do I give him another shot, or do I say, hey, I don't know.
That's something that Bruce Cassidy has to look at. The whole organization has to look at.
Right,
Can we bring in another guy?
And I felt bad for Halak because I felt like he was not prepared. I didn't feel like he was fully prepared. And this poor kid that came just
Yeah,
NHL
that's
de-
not his fault.
NHL debuted and like put him out in the ice in a playoff game against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's not on him. I mean, he
That's
can only do so much.
right. So in other news, Torrey Krug contract is expiring.
Mhm.
I don't think they're gonna re-sign him. I think he's out of here. So there's a defenseman loss, and then it is possible that Zdeno Chara could retire. Um,
He's like the modern Yager.
but here's the thing: if he doesn't retire, he doesn't want to go anywhere else. He wants to stay a Bruin. He's been a Bruin for
Forever.
as long as Brady's been a quarterback for New England. So here's my thing about Zdeno Chara is like I my gut says, give him one more season, but my mind's like hang up the skates, dude. Like I saw him on the ice and he had to get off like within 30 seconds.
Chara has been here since 06.
So
14 years.
14. All right. I'm like
He's 43 years old though. He's pretty big.
Yeah. He's trying to be one of those guys. He's trying to be like, I don't know, Yamin Yar. He's trying to be like Gordie Howe, playing until like you can be 50. Like, if he's, he needs to retire. Do something in the Bruins organization if you want to be with us. But like I said, he just looked tired between playing Carolina and Tampa Bay. I think it's time to hang the skates, but who am I to say? So I honestly think we should keep our eyes out on defensemen because I don't see Krug coming back. I don't see Torrey Krug coming back, and Char is a possible up in the air depending on what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
So look for a defenseman. I really want to say look for a goaltender, but I think that's out of the question for now. So, so I'm gonna close it with not the Bruins, but I'm gonna close Rask with Rask. Come back fully prepared. Get everything out of your head that you need to get it all out of your system. Please come back prepared. I mean, I love you. I hate you. I love you. It's just frustrating. It's so frustrating. And I can't handle the stress anymore.
Of course.
It's so Bruce Cassidy. I don't know. He had a good, like I said about the Celtics, like just the beginning of the season is kind of a wash. So like I have little to say. I have little bad to say about Bruce Cassidy's coaching.
I think he's been good.
I think he's been good too. I just think this is just a terrible situation.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
just like the Celtics lost Hayward, him losing Rask, and was in the middle of a playoff series.
Right.
As a coach, you're like, okay, we need to adjust. But it's like, it's different than basketball because the Celtics have all these other players who aren't responsible for that one major thing.
Right.
The goalie is the one major thing in hockey.
Yeah, the goalie is your core.
Right? So Bruce Cassidy is like, what do I do? I can't just plug in a random player. Like Brett Stevens could just plug and play.
Right.
You have 3 goalies.
Yeah.
One's a rookie, one is out.
One's, doesn't play much. I mean, I will say like past 2 seasons, Halak and Rask did switch off. If Rask wasn't performing, Halak went in net. If Halak wasn't performing, Rask went in net.
Yeah, they didn't switch around a lot.
So it's a win-lose situation. It's tough to argue about. It's tough to be pissed about. I just think the Bruins didn't want to be there. I just think they just wanted to get through the bubble and
Bubbles are hard.
move to the next season. I honestly think that. And it sounds like, like one section of the bubble, like the Eastern Conference stayed with everybody and the Western Conference stayed. So like, it's, I was listening to a couple of players like Kevin Hayes was saying like how it was fun at the beginning and that teams just slowly dip out of the hotel and like they can only do so much. They have like people. So say they wanted to watch a movie, they had like people like go out and get that movie for them, or like I don't know. It was just, or if they ordered like some special something outside of out of the cap or wherever they were, they would have like someone go get it and then someone else send it to them, whether it's to their room or wherever they were. But it just sounds tough. It's just like it kind of saying like it's kind of like being in college, kind of,
Yeah.
basically dorm, practice, class, whatever. I mean, it's sort of similar, but yeah, I hope I think, the Bruins should come back stronger, better. Right now, I don't know anyone else's contracts expiring or coming to an end or what we need for the market. It's too soon to tell, but I'll keep my eye out for any breaking Boston Bruins news. Other news in the NHL. Before I announce this, I want to say Henrik Lundqvist, the goaltender from Rangers.
Yes.
He's going to be a free agent. He's going to be up for free agency. So he's been with Rangers for 15 seasons, and he's going to be in the market, and that's why I was mentioning like let's look for a new goalie because that would be.
I was thinking of him too.
That would be pretty sweet. But here's my like scary thought. Remember when we got Rick Nash in the trade deadline?
Yeah, that didn't work.
That's what I'm afraid of. Yeah. That's what I'm legitimately afraid
of.
Well,
he's a free agent, so you're not going to have to give up anything for him.
No,
it's just a matter of him signing.
That's very true. It's just the thought of, will this work? It's just the thought.
Of course, I mean that's a thought.
I feel like everyone has that thought. But so I looked up an article, and it's from one of our Waltham High alumni. Pete Blackburn.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up one of his articles. He wrote about Henrik Lundqvist's moving on from New York Rangers. So he wrote a article, a blog, but he works for CBS, so he does the hockey. He mentioned a couple of teams that could be a good fit for Henrik Lundqvist. I'm sorry, but the Bruins are not on this lineup. So I wanted to mention him because I don't want to take credit for this. So, so I'll list the teams, and I'll give you a quick recap why. So we got Washington Capitals, Carolina Hurricanes, Edmonton Oilers, Vancouver Canucks, San Jose Sharks, and Calgary Flames could be possible runnings. So for Washington, Brandon Holtby is up for free agency, and it sounds like he might be moving on from Washington, which kind of surprises me. And then they also have a new younger goaltender as a backup, so this could possibly be good for Lundqvist to show the ropes to a younger goaltender. So there's a possibility. Or if the Capitals don't want to spend money on Brandon Holtby again for re-sign, so there's a possibility. Carolina Hurricanes. So they've been in the Cup run for the past 2 seasons, as you can see, playing them in the first and second round between this season and last season.
So they're. I don't want to get names wrong, so I'm just gonna say their goaltenders. His first name is Pierre. So it's up for their final contract, and it could be possible that Lundqvist could be a good fit, and I don't know if teams are gonna want to spend big money on Lundqvist because he's 30. He's 30. He's like, I feel like late 30s, early 40s is kind of like past your prime in hockey.
Yeah.
So, I feel like he might not be too valuable. So, I feel like organizations might not want to spend a lot of money on this guy. So, we'll see. So Carolina Hurricanes is a possibility. Edmonton Oilers is another possible. So another goalie's contract expiring. Could split time with. They could do the Tuukka Rask and Halak situation. So, like I said, all these goalies have bizarre names, and I just don't want to.
That's fine. You don't need it. If you're not comfortable pronouncing them, you don't have to. That's okay.
Right? It's just so like. Ugh. And then Vancouver. Looks like Jacob's been performing well with Vancouver, but it sounds like his contract's gonna be up soon, and to re-sign, it sounds like big money, so they don't want to re-sign or spend the money. And then it sounds like they have a good backup, but they also, like I said, it could be Lundqvist could be a possible starter or backup, depending on what they want to do. I don't see Lundqvist being a backup, though. I don't.
No.
I think he's
going to. It's a starting job.
I think when whoever signs him, he's going to be the starting quarterback. Just like when Cam Newton signed, we weren't sure if Stidham was going to start or not.
No, Cam.
It was definitely Cam. So, and then San Jose, all these teams' contracts are expiring. So it sounds like most of them are looking for a starter goaltender, and just to sound nice, it sounds like they could bounce back and forth between backups and starters. And then also Calgary Flames is another possibility. So I would like Lundqvist Lundqvist is a good goaltender, and it's going to be weird to see him not in a Rangers jersey. It's going to be 15 seasons. That's a long time.
Oh, it's like Brady at the Bucks.
Yeah. So it's scary to say, but times are changing, and it's pretty scary. Also, I want to mention around the NHL. I don't know if I sent this to you, but Seattle.
Oh, the Kraken.
Krakens. Now, what I've been saying for the past 3 months is Karkens. So Seattle's officially named their team the Krakens.
Big fan. I'm a big fan of it.
Do you know what a Kraken is?
It's a sea creature.
It's a mythical, mysterious, mighty beast in the ocean.
Yeah.
Do you remember Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, they had a Kraken in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay, so you're on board. All right.
Of course.
I was a little nervous. I was gonna have to explain what it was because
No.
I had to look it up.
Don't worry, I got you.
So they're gonna begin their season 2022. I think they'll begin to get their team going in the 2021 expansion draft. So you'll see them around maybe beginning of 2021, 2022 season. But it's exciting. I'm glad Seattle finally. I think hockey is the only thing that Seattle doesn't have.
No, they don't have a basketball. Well, they do have a basketball team. Seattle Storm are up there, the WNBA team. They're amazing. They do not have an NBA team.
Okay.
Because that's what the Thunder are.
Didn't Seattle did have an NBA team?
Yeah, the Thunder stole it from them. Very angry about it still.
What were they?
Years. They're Seattle Supersonics.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. What the? Yeah. Fuck. All right.
I love the colors of the Kraken. I love the logo.
Yeah.
I love everything about them.
Was it like
NBA can expand out
was
there,
it like
so.
a turquoise blue or something?
Yeah,
it's pretty sweet. Oh, I forgot. So before I move on to like some pop culture and then we'll sign off. But Vegas Golden Knights tweeted a New Jersey they're coming out with, and wow, it's like total Vegas. It is total Vegas. So when I edit it, I'll put it up on the screen. So it's sparkly gold. It's like,
I see it. Yeah.
Oh, you got it?
I googled it. Yeah. Wow.
Oh my god. So
that's crazy.
It fits Vegas because it's Las Vegas. Anywhere else, I don't see it happening. But it is bright, and I just want to mention that real quick. But yeah. So I'm excited. It'll be a slow off season, but I'll keep you in the loop about NHL news. We'll get back on here. Same with the NBA.
Yeah, I got you.
But let's do some quick pop culture, and then we'll sign off.
Sure.
So I want to mention that Chadwick Boseman is no longer with us. I didn't even know he had cancer.
No one did. He didn't tell anybody.
So I wanted to send my condolences about that. Known for the Black Panther. Such a good movie. If you haven't seen the Black Panther, go check. So my mom actually likes the Black Panther. She goes,
it's so good.
So she goes, I was watching Black Panther last night, and I really liked it. I go, you like Black Panther, but you wouldn't watch Thor Ragnarok with me?
Which is the best Thor movie, by the way.
She goes, yeah, I know. I was like, wow, okay. And then Chadwick is also known for Jackie Robinson in 42.
Yes, he is.
And that's the only movies I really know. It says he was in Draft Day, but that movie was god awful.
I've seen it. It's really like, oh god, what a terrible film.
Kevin Costner's in it. I was just like, this is awful. And they're talking about the Cleveland Browns too. What?
God, like, why?
So, all right. So, TV shows and movies coming to 2020 and 2021. So, first up, we got The Batman.
Oh, yes.
Looks pretty good.
Robert Pattinson.
Yep. The Suicide Squad I saw.
I guess, yeah.
So,
I haven't really seen that.
You haven't seen the first one?
No, I haven't actually seen the first one because I heard it was just horrendous.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, so I was like, all right.
The Jurassic World Dominion is coming.
Oh, that's the new Jurassic Park movie?
Yep.
The fourth one? If you don't know how the third one ended, then.
Yep, I did. We actually saw it together.
We did. We saw it. People, it's going to take place in civilization, so this will be fun. Yeah,
because Jeff Goldblum was like pretty much talking over like the dinosaurs just like breaking out into the world. You remember that scene when Jeff Goldblum's in the court? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely. It's all these movies you're announcing. I just want to say to everybody, take it with a grain of salt because COVID has pushed timelines.
Yeah. So I posted just yesterday that the Bond movie I was supposed to see in April 2021 is getting pushed to April 2021. It was supposed to be in November, but it got pushed due to COVID. So I posted on my wall on Facebook, and so my uncle comments back. He goes, let me read it real quick. It is so funny. So the movie's called No Time to Die.
Mm-hmm.
So where is it? All right. So he goes, with coronavirus, better to stay safe. No time. No, now is no time to die. So
That's good.
I'm chuckling out loud. I was like, okay.
That's really good.
Corny but funny. So another movie's Fast and the Furious 9. I'm sure you heard about, rumors that's being pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh God.
Candyman. I don't know if any of you are horror fans, but a reboot of Candyman is coming out. Halloween Kills. So the Michael Myers saga continues. Space Jam: A New Legacy. You got to see that.
On theaters. Not wasting my money on that. The Michael Jordan one is the best one. Don't give me this Mickey Mouse nonsense.
I knew you
Bugs
weren't.
Bunny nonsense.
I knew you weren't gonna go for it because I know how much you hate LeBron.
Jesus.
Mission Impossible 7. Jesus Christ, Tom Cruise, don't kill yourself here. So Mission Impossible 7, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Oh, well, I'm excited for that.
Minions: Rise of Gru. That sounds pretty.
Also excited for that.
So, and then I got quick lineup of shows.
Mm-hmm.
All American Season 3. I still got to finish Season 1 and 2.
Mm.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
Put it on your list.
Okay.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine Season 9. Put it on your list if you haven't seen it. The Flash Season 7. The Mandalorian Season 2's finally end of October.
So ready.
Rick and Morty Season 5. I don't mind watching Rick and Morty like late night. It's kind of a dark humor. It's pretty funny. Stranger Things Season 4.
Yes.
And then Cobra Kai Season 3 finally announced it's coming January 8th, 2021. And they got re-signed to do Season 4, which I'm so pumped for. Cobra Kai. I love Cobra Kai. Definitely check it out. I watched it twice already.
Wow.
I love Cobra Kai. And so I do have a would you rather if quarantine happened again. I did quickly. So here, if we were to quarantine again, would you rather if you had to play a board game with the family, would you rather do Monopoly or Life? Life? Yeah, Monopoly, people can get killed.
I'll tear someone to shreds. It's really bad.
I would pull a Billy Bob Thornton and Bad Santa. You fucking kidding me?
Just flip over the yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Would you rather read a book or do a puzzle?
Read a book.
Read a book?
Yeah.
All right. I could do either or. I could probably read 3 or 4 chapters and then go to a puzzle then. Binge a TV series or watch a trilogy?
Well, binge a TV series.
All right. I don't know. I'm a big movie guy, so
you're a big movie guy.
So
I'm not really a massive movie person.
Yeah. You know, I thought you were.
I like movies. I'm more of a TV girl.
All right. A lot of people are surprised that I'm a big TV guy, but I'm like, order groceries online or take a trip to the store?
I don't know. That depends how bad the pandemic actually is, but probably just go to the store.
All right. And here's a funny one. Rewatch the Celtics championship or rewatch the Pats Super Bowl comeback. So that's Super Bowl 51.
Oh no! This one's hard.
Sorry.
The Celtics.
I knew you were gonna go the Celtics.
So if I can rewatch the entire series, I think I would do that.
So all right, that pretty much wraps up our.
Well, what about you?
Oh, me? Okay, so I would probably, even though I said I probably kill somebody if I lost a Monopoly, but I'll still do Monopoly because that's my shit. I'd probably do a puzzle more than read a book, but
if I got bored of the puzzle, I'd go to a book and do the few chapters, like I said. TV series or trilogy, I'd probably do trilogy just because I'm a movie guy.
Mm-hmm.
Order groceries online and go. Yeah, depends on how bad it is. I think I'll go to the store just to get out of the house, but if it's really bad, I'd do online. So
Yeah.
I'll go to the store. Super Bowl. I'd have to do Super Bowl.
It's really close for me, honestly. Like, it could go either way.
Yeah, I'd have to do. So, all right, Talar, it was great seeing you. Hoping we can we can get lunch or something sometime or hang out. So we'll get back we'll do another episode real soon. I know you're busy. You're busy with grad school. Hey, good luck on that.
Thank you.
Good luck on grad
Thank
school.
you.
I'll have to get some Purdue gear to support you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So yeah, any other thoughts before we sign off?
I would just say go Celtics. Cam get better.
Yeah, Cam get
Bruins,
better.
Go Sox, I guess, the trash heap that they are.
Go Sox. I had nothing on the Sox.
Congrats to Zach Bogosian, who is the first Armenian NHL player to win a ring. He's on the Tampa Bay
Oh, really?
Lightning. Very proud. Yeah, I think I have him on Twitter too. It's cool. He follows
awesome.
me, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I'm very proud of you. So it makes the win a little better. Like, if the Bruins lost, but if he got to win, then I'm fine with it.
I'm just happy Stamkos got a ring finally. Jeez.
Yeah. So congrats to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I mean, stay safe. Stay healthy.
Absolutely.
Wash your hands and go vote. Go vote November. Was it
3rd?
November 3rd. Sorry.
Go vote.
Go vote. Every vote counts. So yeah. Talar, I'll see you soon, whether that's in person or back on here.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm Danny Lacrosse. I'm Dannyboylax, and alongside is Talar, and we are the City of the Champions podcast. And have a great weekend. Go Pats, go Bruins, go Celtics, and we will see you soon.
Absolutely.
All right.
By any means, I'm gonna make it. By any means, I'm gonna make it.
Some things happen in this lifetime, and sometimes these things don't go our way. But the dark will never touch my shine. Eternal life in the stars, I'll never fade away. I can look the devil in his face, stand strong and let him know I'm touched by only God's grace. Life is a journey and I will finish the race. First place, my only option. Watch me work, pick up the pace. It's all about progression.